Good morning, YouTubers. Today it's Nathan from channel Hiking 350, and what I'm going to run you through is a basic upper body workout. So it's just going to work out your arms and your chest and a bit on your back, okay? First thing is, if you haven't already, watch the warm-up and stretch up video. It's very important. You always have to do them before you work out. Alright, so if you've watched them and you know what you're doing, then you're almost ready to start. Alright, you're ready to start this video. So then, well, as with every video, I'm going to take you through. I want to do some more stretches that focus on areas that we're going to be using today. Alright, so what we're going to be redoing is the wrist stretches. If you remember them, great, you don't have to watch this section. Alright, so one hand out, hand up, bring it in. Okay, so you do it 5 times each side, then you do this one. 5 times each side, and then you do the one where the hand just goes out, 5 times each side. Alright, then just give it a bit of a shake. Alright, so now you've stretched up. Alright, and something else I really want to touch on is the hand position. I'm going to do this throughout the video, but just when I start off is, if you do an open hand, basically your hands, if you're on the ground, will be like this. Fingers pointing the same direction as your body goes. You don't have them out there or any crazy angles, just the same direction. On your fists, you focus on your index and your middle finger knuckles and that bit of it, so that's all you focus on. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing today, as I said before, is the basic upper body workout. It has 4 push-up exercises, 1 hold, and I'll demonstrate and talk you through each and every one of them. Throughout the video I'll be giving you tips and warnings, and at the end I will give you a whole tips and warnings section to watch. Alright, so I'll be running you through all of that. Now let's get started. Alright guys, there'll be a workout plan in the description below. Alright, so if you read that, then you know what you're doing. Alright, now for the push-up. The first one is what I call push-up type 1. Basically it's going to work out your triceps and your shoulders. And what I will do is I'm just going to demonstrate this sort of standing up first, and then I'll get and actually do a push-up for you guys. Alright, so what you do first of all is you need your hand positioning right, and your arm positioning right. So it's at shoulder width and shoulder height. So it's just like this for the first one. Fingers as before, pointing up, you're on your fists. Fists have to be like this, so they run down your body. Okay? So, and the motion that you'll be doing is bringing your elbows, basically elbows bent towards your hips. So if you're on your fists, it's just simply down, down, down and up. Now, if you can't do this on your toes, you can do it on your knees, that's fine too. Alright, now what I'm going to do is just give you a few pointers on it. Okay, so first of all you find level ground, and then you get into push-up position. The important thing about this is your body is straight and your neck isn't too low or too high, it's relatively level. So you have a nice straight line from your shoulders to your toes. And then now I'm just going to demonstrate the push-up. And then on my fists. And then I'll just demonstrate on the knees. Okay, with the knees, if you do it on your knees, wherever you are, I've got hands up, a little bit above the shoulder height, but at shoulder width. That way then I can get a proper range of motion. Toes can either be tucked or untucked. It's really personal preference on this. You can have them crossed, just as long as you're on your knees. They can be forward, can be level, but wherever you go, just hands slightly up, okay? Then down, up, down, up. If you have your hands back here, that's just simple. It's a different type of push-up that you're doing. It's push-up type 4, which I'll show you guys later. Okay, now for another angle from this angle, I'll just do it on my fists. Alright, so you'll find the ground first to work out on, and then just down, up, down, and up. Okay? And that is push-up type 1. Now if you do it on your hands, you could experience some strain in there and out there, so watch out for that. Make sure you're stretched up and ready to go. If you have to, keep stretching it up during the video. Okay guys? Alright guys, now the next push-up is what I call push-up type 2. Obviously this follows a pattern, 3 push-ups, each push-up is called push-up type. Then you put a number there. Alright, so push-up type 2, it is a different type of push-up this time of course. It'll work out your chest, and more so than the last one, but it'll still work out your triceps and your shoulders. So you're getting, like, this one's a bit more rounded for the chest, but the other one does more on the triceps, okay? The problem with this one, if you don't do the tricep one, the tricep will become a bit weaker, and yeah, it's fine. It's a different type of push-up, of course. There's really only the different muscles that works out and different fist positions. Hands, if you're open hand, it's still the same. Your fist, last time it was like this. This time, the fists are like this. Okay, so they have to be like this to do the push-up, because your arms, if let's just say I was on the ground, my arms move outwards. Okay, that's the push-up motion. Right, so your arms are moving outwards this time. Okay, so now I'm just going to demonstrate for you, both on my hands, on my fists, and on my knees. So when you first of all start out, find the ground. Body position is very important, same with the head. Okay, and then what you do is down, up, down, up. Okay, now on the fist, this angle is simply like this. On the knees, as with the last one, you can move yourself back or you can move your hands up, just so your hands are slightly above shoulder height, okay? Then what you do is just down, up. Okay, so that's that from the side angle. I will now show it to you from just facing the camera. I'll just be doing this on my toes, okay? Because the knees really has no benefit. Alright, so my hands are shoulder width apart, okay? My hands are under my shoulders. Alright, it's just down. My arms are moved outwards, up. Alright, so instead of coming in, just that way, they have to be like this to move outwards. Okay. And of course, watch out for straining the wrist if you're doing it on your hands. Something I forgot to mention earlier is if you're doing it on your fists, start on a soft surface. Don't start on concrete straight away. And that is push-up. Alright guys, now to the second last push-up. It's called push-up type 3. Really, I'm just going to go through it really quickly because it's the easiest one to do off push-up type 2. It's the exact same as push-up type 2, except your hand grip is wider. Okay, so instead of being at shoulder, still shoulder height, but simply just wider. And then same motion, okay? Arms still go out. Same thing with fists, right? So I'm just going to demonstrate that for you right now. So it's the exact same, just you have really nothing to worry about except for your hand width. Okay? Just on your knees, hands to one of it, and then so from this angle, it's really, really simple, guys. Arms out. Right, really I shouldn't need any more explanation. I've already gone through a lot of it already. And that is push-up type 3. Alright guys, so right now what we're going to be doing is called push-up type 4. Basically what it is a harder version of push-up type number 1. It's a very similar motion, but instead of having them at shoulder height, alright, we have them down in between bottom of the ribs, top of the hips. Alright, so it's about in there-ish. You know, both hands. Another thing that's different is you start on the ground. Alright? The last thing that is different is also, well, you cannot do it on your hands. You have to do it on your fists. Right? So we've just covered that a little bit. Now, what I want you to do is stretch out your wrist once again. So you stretch it out, shake it out, do all of them. Alright, you're doing 3 wrist stretches, 5 times each side. Give a bit of a shake. Alright, then you're ready to go. So, what you do is you get onto the ground. First of all, alright, just like so. Just make sure you have to, you put your shirt down, whatever. Alright, get your hands ready. What I find is if I put my toes not all the way in, but a little bit back, I can do it properly as well. So you get your body all ready to go, you know, you stiffen up a bit, like, get your muscles ready and all that. Hands ready. Alright, then what you do is simply up, just like so. Right, so yeah, just simply a harder push up like that. yeah, it's push-up type number 4. Alright guys, so now that's all push-ups done. Now we're moving on to our last exercise. Our last one, as I said before, is hold. I call it parallel arm hold because your arms are parallel with the ground, roughly. Now just before you start, what you do is you stand up straight, right? And then what you want to also do is have your head just level, looking forward when your arms are up. Also with your shoulder blades, they're a little bit back, so then your arms can come up properly. Okay? So do is you get your arms a little bit relatively level, at a comfortable position as well. And you just look forward, so we just hold it. And that is the entire exercise. Now this is a hold, you don't do it for repetitions, you do it for a count. So you can have a watch, an iPod, whatever, just something to keep time. Yeah, of course, you're not biting your lip to distract you from the pain, like that, so you don't feel it. You don't bend your head down, you don't curl up, you just stay nice and straight, level, everything's good, things like this. You're not trying to bounce either, because that's just going to move your arms around. And when you're done, you just bring them down to your side, and well, that's the parallel arm hold, basically. Alright, so now I've done all the exercises. Now this is just a tips and warnings section. If you've been watching this video and listening to what I've been saying, you shouldn't really need it, but this is just a refresher for those who've been listening, and if you haven't, well, listen real hard this time, right? So I've got 6 tips for you. Alright, tip number 1 is always warm up and stretch up first. The link's in the description below to those 2 videos, so watch them, know them, do the exercises in there before you actually come out to exercise. Alright, tip number 2 is the posture. Your body is straight, your neck is level for push-ups, and well, pretty much the same for the hold. Alright, tip number 3, watch my arms, how they move in each technique. Okay, like technique number 1, it's this type of motion. Technique number 4, it's that type of motion, so it's a bit lower, but very similar. Alright, so you simply have to watch out for these things. Yeah, so you know, watch out for the how my arms move, how my hands are positioned as well. That's very important. Alright, tip number 4, don't overdo it, don't underdo it. So you find a point where it's just right for you. If you already say, ow, remember you stop. If you're like, oh, it's 1 push up, okay, I'm feeling alright, not too bad, then keep going. I just do it till you're feeling it a little bit. Alright, tip number 5. Number 5 is if you're doing it on your fists, you don't start out on concrete. You start out on grass, you can start out on carpet, something soft, something that's not really going to hurt your hands, and then you can work your way up to a harder surface. Okay? And my final tip is, if you're doing, regardless of how you do these push-ups, on your hands, like open hand, fist, doesn't matter, watch your wrists, because you're going to have a fair bit of pressure in there, because that is what you are lifting yourself up with. Now, if I weigh about 80 kilos, that means probably lifting about 40 to 50 of it just with my upper body, and that means on my 2 hands. So that means 20, 25 kilos per hand that I'm pushing. Alright, so just watch out for that, alright guys? And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, I want you to put them in the comments section or message me, because I will answer them. That way then you can work out safely and properly. So that's all I'm trying to help you guys do. Alright, remember, what we're trying to do is make you a healthier you. Alright, that's it. Have a good day, guys.